So it was announced that, for you guys that don't know, I know F's in the fucking chat, huh? Warner Bros. Has shelved Batgirl. Tokenized Batgirl will no longer be a thing, looks like, even though they finished it, which is kind of interesting. Not only did they shelve it, it wasn't like, hey, we were doing it, we realized this was dog water, and we didn't put it out. F's in the chat for Batgirl. Tokenized Batgirl is no longer going to be a thing. All of the people who were stoked, the 3 people with 17,000 accounts that they also run themselves and like their own posts on Twitter, that were so stoked about this tokenized Batgirl, they told everybody, every single one of you guys, shut up! You better accept it or you're racist. That ain't you sexist, right? She was probably the best person for the job. This was not intentional. And then they gave that up, and before you knew it, they were like, well, yeah, that's what they need to do. These characters were created during this time, and it's a different time. Times have changed. We need more tokenized people because reasons. So as announced, or Deadline's even covering it, there were people that didn't want to face the writing on the wall. But Deadline said even though Batgirl is in its final stages of post-production, that is a significant thing. These guys were basically finished with the damn thing, and they said, not going to happen. Deadline has confirmed that Warner Bros. And DC Films will not be releasing the movie on any platform. They ain't even going to put it on HBO Max. It ain't even going to the streaming services, bro. Not going to release it on any platform, included theatrically. This falls in line with the mandate put down by the new WB regime to cut back on the feature films premiering on the streamer and deciding which films will be released theatrically and which will be shelved. And sources close to the project say word came down this week. Batgirl did not make the cut. Why you think that? Warner Bros. Has no comment. Oh, Brendan Fraser was in it? Yeah, tough. Michael Keaton was in it? Tough. Leslie Grace was in it? Tough. The exact reason behind the shelving, sources say the film did not fall in line with the new strategy implemented by DC Films as well as HBO Max. The studio is looking to make theatrical tempos with budgets at $90 million plus. And from early footage seen, this did not fall into place with that model. And they spent $70 million on Batgirl, and it's not even coming out. The decision follows several recent changes across the company, including the major changes to HBO Max, with more expected in the upcoming earnings call later this week. So it's not coming out. Obviously, nothing was lost here. I don't look, the people that it's the same groups of weirdos, like I had just explained, that were going to claim that they were excited about this were the same people that were excited about any other tokenization. It's just like they love that it makes folks angry that they consider their social and political enemies. So they like that this existed. Well, too bad. Now this one don't exist either. Here's my thing. I told y'all it was dead on arrival anyway. I mean, this is a bad investment. But there is some things being, let's say, shook up by way of DC with the whole new merger. For those of you that don't know, the entertainment properties that were formerly owned by AT&T saw something. And I think this is a significant thing that we are not talking about because we've gotten them talk about why, but not like to a in-depth, detailed degree. AT&T owned all of this at one point. What in the hell made AT&T be like, first of all, we're basically a phone communications company. Why are we owning stuff like this in the first place? But if it was making money, you'd know that they would be like, oh, we're going to maintain control of it. AT&T said, we don't want any of this stuff. And so they gave up their assets with the whole merger basically with the Discovery, right? Now you have the Discovery thing and Discovery Warner, whatever they're calling it. So AT&T doesn't really own that stuff anymore, and it's this process of a new ownership with again that merged sort of company. Okay. Imagine spending that much money. First of all, that's a lot of money. $70 million. Whew. Something stinks to high hell. But either way, they spent that money and they ain't even going to put the damn thing out. Now, I do believe that some of that has to be done with the new structure. That doesn't mean that, hey, with like the whole tokenism thing, like Discovery isn't. No, they ain't got. I don't think that has anything to do with it. I think it's more of a bottom line thing. And they're looking at it like this is a bad business decision. This doesn't really fit in even though you already spent $70 million, this doesn't fit within the direction that we're trying to go or the ideas that we have for DC and everything that they're doing. So we had to shelve this because that was part of the old guard, if you will, and what they were doing. And now this new ownership, which is basically, again, they're not as different as I think some people would like to say that they are. I think there's still going to be a lot of the same goofiness. And this is, again, more bottom line. Has nothing to do with ideology. I know some people are going to get stoked because they want to see DC do better. Me personally, I don't give a damn. In fact, I encourage them to keep screwing up so I get to say, hey, I have an alternative. But right now, it's just more bottom line. It's, hey, we have a different idea for what this company needs to be. And you're still probably going to get a lot of goofy stuff. It's just this didn't really fall into it. So Tokenized Batgirl that you were trying to take it to everybody will no longer be coming out. And I know that makes all three of y'all sad. That's a lot of money, man, $70 million. But, hey. But I'll tell you what, if you don't want tokenization, visit ripperverse.com.